I'm hiking in northern Taiwan right now. And I just want to check the low light capability for the Ace Pro in the pure video mode. This is a spot where people would actually use this camera on a hike. We just went up to the top of this ridge. It was freaking beautiful up there. And now we're hiking down through the trees. You can see it's not quite dark, but it is definitely dusk. Like the sun has gone down and it's pretty cloudy. It wasn't a great sunset. So it's gonna get darker quicker because of that. It's kind of like walking through tunnels of trees right here in front of me, behind me. It's very jungly here. Yeah, here is a good example of what this looks like in the low light. I've got it on 4K, 24 frames per second. Like, it's dark in here. My cell phone would probably have a struggle. And that, you know what, let's put it up against my iPhone 14 Pro. Let's get this out real quick. Put this onto 4K 24. Here we go. 4K 24 on the iPhone on its 1x sensor. I'm not sure if that's wide enough to be vlogging, but there's an example. And now I'm getting into like a little bit of a brighter patch. You can see the Ace Pro looking green. So now I've got the iPhone 14 Pro on its widest lens, which is not the best sensor. So we'll see how it does. This is a very bright patch right here. So both cameras should be looking okay. And I can see a little bit of a darker patch coming up. So we can cut back and forth between these two and see which one's looking better. But yeah, again, this is just a realistic setting that you would actually use these cameras in and try to vlog or try to get some shots out here. Not going to be the most beautiful, but definitely going to be usable. And that I've already seen the Ace Pro, what it can do. It's pretty cool what that thing can do with its AI chip. And look at that, we're already back down. Very small hike. You can see behind me, there's a little fishing village down here. And then up on top of the ridge behind me, up there, it's just beautiful, beautiful spot. And there's even a lighthouse out on the tip of this little cape. We're just walking through this little fishing village. This is like the perfect scenario that you would use a low light camera. You would need some low light capability here. I'm not sure how the iPhone is doing here. There's a little bit of ambient light still from the sunset, and there's some artificial lights coming through. You can see kind of the locals, how they live here. Their front doors are like just right there. Like they just walk right out into this. This is like the entrance of the hiking trail that we just went on. It's kind of tucked away, but this is a nice little spot. Cool little temple right here. How does it look right here? Would you say iPhone or Ace Pro? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. So the Ace Pro clearly is the winner here between the battle of these two cameras. The iPhone is a smartphone, which is great because you always have it, but the Ace Pro has such good low light capabilities and it's so easy to carry this thing around. I really think it's a no-brainer. The Ace Pro definitely wins. Now, if you're interested in picking up an Ace Pro, I will have my special affiliate link in the description of this video. Anything that you purchase does give me a small kickback. I really appreciate it because this is a brand new YouTube channel. Stick around to the end of the video because I will be comparing the Ace Pro up against the industry-leading A7S III, which is the low-light king camera. It's thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and some of you might not even be able to tell the difference between the two. And then I also have one last test shot between the Ace Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro. So let's get back to that. So these are fishing boats. I think they go and fish for squid because these big lights will attract I think it's like a plankton or a little bug in the water. And the bugs come up and then the squid come up and eat the bugs, and then the fishermen hook the squid. I believe that's what these boats are for, with all of these lights. You can see tons of them. There's a smaller boat. This is one of the bigger boats. Here's another big boat right here. Squid fishing. You see their coolers right here. Probably fill them all full of squid. Come back. See the light on the captain's probably just chilling in there. The Ace Pro, it's great because I can just turn this thing on and put it on auto. Don't have to worry about it at all. And I get a nice clean image, something I can work with. I mean, I could probably still get some nice beautiful shots of the water right here. This is probably looking pretty good actually. if you want to learn, if you want to do like a deep dive on what the AI chip, what Insta360 is actually doing underneath the hood of this camera, you can watch Make Art Now. Josh Yao, I think is his name. He does an excellent job, very professional job of explaining what the engineers at Insta360 have designed and how they're getting this camera to do such good low light performance. Something about quad Bayer, but anyways, okay, so not a fair comparison, but I thought some of you might be interested to see what does the Ace Pro pure video mode look like up against the beast A7S III with a very expensive lens on it. So this is my Sony A7S III. I can get a very, very high quality image out of it. It's not a fair comparison, but just if anybody was interested to see, this is the Ace Pro, and now here is the A7S III. The A7S III is like, when I bought it, it was $3,800 for the body alone. And then the lens that I'm using is about a $2,000 lens, maybe even over $2,000 lens. This is the 16-35 G Master 2.8 lens. This is what the image quality looks like comparing these two cameras. Again, not a fair comparison because this is literally like thousands and thousands of dollars compared to a couple $100. Okay, let's get back to a fair comparison. This is the Ace Pro 4K 24 versus the iPhone 14 4K 24 on its wide lens. More fair comparison, these two lenses. And the iPhone 15 would be a much better camera to compare because it's more current, but this is what I have, the iPhone 14 Pro versus the Ace Pro right here in the low light. Well, I wish I had the iPhone 15 Pro to compare up against the Ace Pro. I think it's a more fair battle because it's Apple's most modern camera and it might be able to perform a little bit better. But I really like having a little action camera with me because then I can just let my phone be my phone and get little clips along the way, and I can really focus on my action camera and use the battery in this rather than the battery on my smartphone. Well, like I said, it's not a fair comparison between the A7S III and the Ace Pro, but I just wanted to show you guys what you can actually get out of this $450 purchase versus thousands and thousands of dollars on the A7S III. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Leave a comment down below. And again, in the description, you'll find a link for my affiliate link for the Ace Pro. I really think it is the best action camera on the market right now. So I'll see you in the next video.